Hello, my wise people. This is Leo April psychic reading. Watch it if you are in love with a Leo. If obviously you are a Leo, have a Leo rising or Venus moon in Leo. And I suggest, should you know that piece of information, if you have North Node in Leo, I have actually experienced that not long ago when I got quite a bit of interesting info by watching my North Node sign. I have decided to do a different kind of reading. This actually is not a different kind of reading, sorry, it's still psychic reading, it's just different style of getting the info, the insight for you through different tools. I have pulled first a card from the crystals deck. I've forgotten to say, in the end I will ask specific questions for those who are in love with Leos, because you know me, I always think people are more interested to cross watch than watch their own star sign, because they want to know what is going on in their relationship or the potential of their relationship. And I feel that's the most important thing in one's life, feeling loved and giving love. So I will ask specific questions for you, see whatever information, whatever insight we get. In the meantime, let's get into the reading for Leos. I have pulled, as I was saying, a card from the crystals deck. For Leos, it's called Charoite or Charoite, whatever everyone decides to pronounce it like. I'm trying to get it into the screen without having the light reflecting. The keywords are psychic power, transmutation, intuition. I will look at the healing because it's I believe important. We all have to heal before we move forward in life. And it says the transformative powers of this stone work with the healing of depression and other mental imbalances. Its restorative nature relieves exhaustion, physical and psychical, and insomnia. I need glasses, big style. It is helpful with imbalance in the autonomic nervous system. I mean, you will see also the writing is quite small and not a very strong font. But however, I feel the divinatory meaning is what I'm more interested in myself, to give you the message, obviously. But for you, it's important that you pay attention to the healing one, because as I said, we can't expect to move forward in the right direction in life if we don't heal first, whatever is to be healed from the past. And believe you me, we all have stuff to heal. And the divinatory meaning of the card says, drawing this card signifies you are ready to access your deeper inner wisdom and bring it into your everyday life. You are about to embark on a period of growth and transformation in all areas. So Leos, prepare for changing your life. Changing your life in every aspect, every area. Heal first. I said that, I believe, if I remember well, in last month's reading for Leos. And I think I also emphasized the aspect of healing being very important for Leos. And especially we have to pay attention to what it says here, and I find very applicable. Again, not just for Leos, for everyone, but for Leos in particular, about healing mental imbalances. We know you are very strong characters. We are. I have Leo rising. And we are also very fiery, very strong. We want things to go our way because of that leadership inner attitude that we can't help, we've been born with. But before we expect things to go our way, we have to change And we all know what needs changing, because whatever went wrong so far obviously needs changing. We can't keep on the same path or doing the same things and expect different results. As Einstein said, that would be idiotic. So whatever area of your life you know needs changing, go work on it, do your healing, change it, transform it. You are very supported by the energy of this month. April is a very active month astrologically as well. I'm not going to go into astrology first and foremost because I'm not an astrologer, but I do read a lot and research a lot, and I can just give you the main important aspects. And I can say that April is going to be a challenging month astrologically, and obviously for everyone there are changes coming. And what is important for everyone, and again it seems to be emphasized for Leos, is to be ready to transform their lives, but commit to that transformation. So your life can get way better, Leos, in every aspect, if you are committed to the hard work, to put in the effort constantly and consistently. So make that commitment to yourself, because you're not doing it for anyone else, you're doing it for yourself first and foremost. And I believe, I would say, men would mainly have to change their life, and that will have a positive impact on their personal and love life. And women should change life in respect of financial aspects and independence, financial independence, and how they look at life relative to relationships. And that will obviously also impact their love life in a positive way. And I am saying that because the deck that I'm using, the Gypsy deck, which I bought when I was about, I think, 12-13 years old, so really an old deck. Not that I'm old, I mean, don't get me wrong. The Gypsy deck, so the cards that I've pulled for you, Leos, are also talking about love life. So your life is supposed to transform in a positive way overall, but your love life is going to be mainly affected in a positive way by this transformation. And as I said at the beginning of the reading, if you ask me, as long as we love and we feel loved, and as Michael Jackson said, if you come into this world knowing that you're loved, and sorry, I feel a bit emotional. I don't know why I always empathize very strongly with his spirit. So if you know that you're coming into this world being loved, and you're going out also knowing you're loved, or something along them lines, then that's all you can ask for. And if you ask me, I would say I totally agree. We don't take anything with us other than what is in our heart and the experiences that enriched our lives. So the message from the cards are saying you not just need to look, but you also want to look at your love life, Leos. You want to look at your love life because it can change. Some of you could find communication in your love life being difficult. You can't communicate for whatever reasons, and hopefully I will get more clarification soon. Some of you feel like your relationship is on the rocks, and that could be a reason for bad communication or lack of communication. There is animosity. There is sadness, and you're with your back on your home, whether you're thinking about moving, whether you're thinking that home life is not the same, for some reason your energy is not focused in the home. It can be focused on the house, but not in the home, if you get the difference. So if you're moving or thinking about moving, obviously you will be focused on your house, but you won't feel, again, if you want to move, that is a home for you or not the right home. To just give you an example what I was trying to say and what the cards are telling us. Then, and some of you are also kind of stepping on your house home, or you worry that somebody in your home or home life isn't on the same wavelength with you. Some could also be, other sets of Leos could be, for whatever reasons, stopped from getting to the home they want or to getting home. We will look and see whatever applies for everyone, but as I said in most of the readings, and if you come across tarot readings, I don't think it's by chance, and I believe that most of you are accustomed with them, so I understand that they don't apply the same for everyone. They don't apply for everyone. That's, we always recommend you watch your rising moon sign and Venus sign as well to get more insight that would make sense for your particular situation. And obviously, if you really want clear, accurate, to the point information, book a psychic reading. I do say in the about section that I offer 10 minutes free for my new clients, so they see how we link together and whether they would be happy to go ahead and pay or not. So you're not going to have any nasty surprise. You can try first, but only then in a private reading can we get the exact details that you would need to get clear in your specific situation. So communication no good in your love life for some of the Leos, for various reasons, as I said. Some of you could also try to postpone communication until you get clear about things, until you get more information, until you get to understand, perhaps even within yourself, what you want, what you need. Some of the Leos could feel like they are not very lucky in love. So there are various aspects that affect Leos in the month of April when it comes to love and relationships. But it's not bad, because everything that we get here is about introspection on one hand, is about changing your life for the better on the other hand, and that is the most important. This is the basis of the reading, remember that. And it says your life is about to transform in a massive way, very deeply and on every level. So you are supported, go for it. Whatever aspect needs healed, again, go for it, because you have the ability of healing it now, once and forever, for good, for all. So you don't repeat that cycle, vicious circle that you have been repeating up to this point. And back to love, another message that we have this time from Doreen's Virtue beautiful romance oracle deck. Romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Again, I have to say this, I feel, applies for Leo men who are not very much usually into love relationships. Not that they don't want to, because they do want, and sometimes they even think that they do the right things. But really, Leo men, you are quite detached when it comes to love. So you really have to look into that and trust your heart, not your mind, because you tend to go by your mind and live from the head rather than the heart. So this is the time for you, Leo men, to change that. Very important message for Leo men. I'm not getting this so much for Leo women, because I feel they are quite romantic anyway. So unless you are not quite sure about your relationship, Leo women, and then the message is, as I said, your feelings are real and worth exploring, then I would say this applies mainly for, let's see, we got a card in here about communication not being great. So repetitive message about communication for Leos, both men and women. I believe when it comes to women, they are waiting for better communication. When it comes to men, they need to give out better communication. And we got a jumper, and it's about sadness. So different decks, different cards, same message. Another jumper. Let's see why we have this sadness in here. There is sadness because somebody tends to, Leos obviously, tend to spend their time and energy on whatever else other than changing their life from within. From within, very important, transformation from within on deep level. Yeah, let's read that again. Drawing the card, this card signifies you are ready to access your deeper inner wisdom. So I was right, from within, because as within so without, as above so below. So it's time for Leos to look not on the surface, and they knew they were doing it, especially Leo men, but it can apply to some Leo women as well. They were living life, getting whatever done, focused on action mainly, and everything that's on the surface, but not paying attention and not focusing on what was going on deep down in the background as well. And they got hit with a life lesson all of a sudden. Some Leos might have, so the house card, different deck, same card, the love card. How uncanny is this when the cards repeat themselves? And this normally would be uniform. I would say anything legal. Some Leos might be facing legal aspects. Not necessarily getting lifted by the police. Don't get me wrong, although some could. But to do with what I was saying earlier, not being focused on the house, not being able to get to the house, not feeling like getting into the house anymore and wanting to move. So if you're looking at moving, changing home, obviously you're going to have to deal with lawyers and whatnot. Other Leos, I would say some women might have to pay attention to their health. All Leos, both men and women, need to pay attention to their mental health. And I'm not saying that everyone has mental issues, don't get me wrong, although we all know that even depression and anxiety, something as simple, let's say, as anxiety, which is not simple, or panic attacks, can still fall under the mental issues category. Obsessive thinking, also a mental issue. If you ask me anyway, whether it's classed that way scientifically or not, I don't know, but whoever has suffered from obsessive thinking would really know how serious that stuff is. So both Leo men and women need to pay attention to their mental health, as in peace of mind. Stop living from the mind. The mind plays tricks on us. Live from the heart. Connect to the divine. Use your spiritual intuition and wisdom. I was telling us earlier, inner wisdom. You've got it. You're very intelligent people as well, Leos, and you're very intuitive. Don't let that slip away from your focus, and use it to the best of your ability, to the highest of your good and of everyone else. It would be a shame not to use your fiery energy, strong leadership qualities, just because somebody in your past put you down, just because you made, perhaps some of you, wrong choices. If we go back to transforming and healing, transforming our life through healing our mind, it can be past bad relationships, bad childhood. They can all cause mental issues, mental health issues. As I said, doesn't have to be something very serious, but serious enough to upset you, not let you sleep at night, and more importantly, make you act in the wrong way towards others as well and yourself. Because some Leos can be very much into self-sabotaging, and actually that doesn't apply just to Leos but to many other people as well, men in particular, I would say, not so much to women. I do get a bit of an argumentative attitude here as well, so that could be another reason why the communication, where is the communication, is bad between wrong. So communication, bad communication could go from lack of communication and misunderstandings to arguments and fallout and not wanting, defensive attitude, not wanting to go deep into the real issues that need attention and healing. I will ask about these romantic feelings. What is the message actually from this card? Excuse me. And why does it say that you need to trust and worth exploring? because you feel, some of you, like you have to make a decision about your love life. You may feel lonely, or you may be alone. If that is the case, you can trust, you can love. If you feel lonely, but you are in a relationship where you don't get back the same input that you have to pay attention to the way you communicate. Again, bad communication, this communication about ending relationships. You feel you have to make a decision for those who are in relationships and they don't work. This applies to Leos. This applies also to those in love with Leos as well, obviously. But if you feel love for that person, is worth trusting and exploring and working on it. Don't jump to conclusions. Give your self and your relationship some extra time, I would say, for Leos. Let's see why there is this enemy here when it comes to communication. It comes between love and home life. Again, it's to do with communication. This is communication. So people are either not communicating the right way or not communicating at all. Tip or red flag, whatever you want to call it, talking to people doesn't mean you're communicating. A lot of people tend to answer to something, to a message right away, just for the sake of answering. A lot of people don't listen. They hear what is being said to them, but they don't actually listen, and they do not filter the message of what the person they talk to or that speaks to them is trying to convey. So do not rush into giving answers and just talk for the sake of talking and replying. Try and filter and understand what the actual message is. And for those in love with Leos, what would be the message, please, for those in love with Leos? Money aspects. Your Leo partner is focused on sorting out their financial situation. I don't know where I've seen money. I don't know where the money thing came from. It could be from transforming your life. I got this message here when he said that your life is changing on a deep level and in every aspect. I don't know, somewhere I got something about focusing on finances. So your Leo partner is being held back when it comes to relationship because of financial issues, or so it comes across, or so they feel that they are not able to do much in their relationship because of financial issues. At the same time, that being said, I feel they do not use their full potential, fulfill their potential, and don't use their abilities to full capacity. Leos are able to make way more money than they are making or than they used to. And again, it takes us back to the basic foundation, core message of this reading, transforming your life on a very deep level using your inner wisdom. So Leos, do some brainstorming, channel and focus your energy. If you have financial worries, there are ways of making money, or better money, or cleaner money, or clearer money, because I was getting earlier uniform as well, as in legal uniform, police and lawyers. So if you have that kind of aspects, Again, it doesn't mean that you're being lifted by the old bill or anything like that, although for some can apply, so watch it. Watch what you're doing as well. It could be that, but it could also be that you have had money dripping and wasted in the wrong way, such as bad investments, bad spending, paying fines of some sort, paying charges, like late charges, for example, and things like that. APR that is too high, whatever. So look at where your money are being wasted. Look at how you can refocus and get back into channeling your abilities, your energy, and your intelligence, because you've got it all going for you. You just need to change and transform by using your inner wisdom. So a big waste of energy is the overall message that I'm getting. And going back to the message for those in love with Leos, in case things were not going right and you were worried what is going on with your loved one, you've heard what they are up to, you've heard what they think and feel when it comes to love life and why they seem unhappy, not ready for relationship, not up for it anymore. For some, because they worry about money. And also, if you really love your Leo person, you're going to support them whatever way you feel would give and bring longer term benefits. So it's not about giving them money, though it shouldn't be given money. They shouldn't be asking for money because they are proud people. However, it can happen in life for some people to be in really critical situations, and if it's critical and it has really a massive impact, your help, you giving them money, then yes, but it has to really make a difference and not just a bottomless sack where you just pump in money and nothing really happens at the end of the day. However, as I said, there can be exceptions when they really are in a bad predicament and your help could make a hell of a difference. Or it could be that they need your support, so don't worry so much about love and relationship and why they are not giving you what you would hope for or expect or need or want. You need to support them to refocus and bring all their energy back into the right direction. And as the saying goes, don't give the man a fish, teach the man to fish, so they can feed themselves for the rest of their life. So support them in their quest. If they are not on that path yet, guide them gently, because they don't like to be told, mind, what to do. However, they do pay attention because, as I said, they are quite intelligent people, actually very intelligent people. So they do pay attention if you say it in the right way at the right time and plant that seed. They might not even show you, but believe you me, it will make a difference. So support them if you really love them, to make that change in their life and take the worries off their mind. So then they can also work on their healing and plant the seed for inner healing, mental health problems, anything to do with the mind. If possible, really, people should stop living from the mind, because all this thinking drives us mad, and that's why people end up becoming depressed and suicidal and feeling overwhelmed and unable to deal with life at times, because they think too much, and we don't think in the right way either. because we are wired to think in a negative way, and it's easy as well. We are lazy and we keep going like a dog after a bone with the thread of negative thinking, and we never stop. So really important, watch my videos about programming your mind. Go to my other channel, Winning the Game of Life with Wana, and watch the video about how to overcome negative thinking, because I keep getting this message being important for Leos. So I hope this helps you all, Leos, and people that love Leos. And until I see you next time, be loved, be happy.